All right, so the full Spider-Man trailer, the final trailer has finally been reviewed. Have you gotten your tickets yet? There's a lot to talk about. So without further ado, let's cue the intro.
I'm laughing, but it's a laugh of impatience. Show the movie.
All right, I'm gonna try not to take y'all time here. I put a lot of time in my last video about sports anime. Please go check it out. The views weren't doing good. I deleted it, re-uploaded it, and the algorithm still is not catching it. So please check it out. Anyway, so the Spider-Man trailer dropped, and there's a lot of things I can pick and pinpoint. Some things that I like, some things that I didn't like, some things where I'm trying to see where they're gonna go in the movie because it's a little all over the place. It's looking a little messy. First thing I want to say is, I think it's, what's the dude's name? Destin Daniel Cretton. Let me go fact check it real fast. Okay, yeah, I had to go double check. It's Destin Daniel Cretton. I think he was supposed to be doing Kang Dynasty before he got scrapped, but already I'm seeing his flair compared to what John Watts was doing with the old trilogy. The trailer just feels more cinematic. It feels like a movie. It doesn't feel like an MCU movie. And y'all know what that means. Like, an MCU movie kind of feels a little gimmick. It's a weird way to put it, but if you watch MCU movies, which I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you definitely have, obviously, you know what that feels like. So this movie here feels a lot more cinematic to me. We got a lot of great shots. There's Peter going on. Of course, the main thing is he's going through this transformation. We're trying to see like, hey, what is going on with Peter? He's mutating, he's asking Bruce Banner for help. And then there's an adversary in the background who we don't have confirmed yet, but we'll talk about that later. She's doing the mind wipe thing, and it's affecting a lot of people in New York, yada, yada, yada. Punisher's in there. Scorpion's fighting Scorpion at some point. By he, I mean Spider-Man. So there's a lot of things going on, and it kind of feels like the movie is jumbled, right? First thing I want to point out is this. I'm liking what they're doing with the Man-Spider thing. Now, when I was introduced to Man-Spider, it was in Spider-Man the Animated Series with Morbius, all right? Morbius basically does something, I forget what it is, and his body mutates, and he turns into a literal spider. And I thought that was creepy and I thought it was cool. Now, I don't think they'll go the full extent with how they did there. I don't think we'll actually see Peter turn into a spider, but I think we might get it like halfway there. We might see Peter with 4 arms, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might get to that point. I do like how they're kind of weaving it in. It's seeming like these mutations is going to be a shock to Peter, obviously, but it's also going to be something that Peter, not going to say need, but likes, because he doesn't have to do the web cartridges anymore. There's a scene in the trailer where he's shot out too hard. This is, pause, sounds crazy. He's shot out too hard and he's checking his arm, and it's like the spider web is coming up. To be honest, it looked really nasty and freaky, but Peter's trying to figure out what the heck is going on with his body. Obviously, again, like I said, the closest thing he knew to that was Bruce Banner. So now we're going to get the Hulk and have him integrated into this. Another thing that's a subplot that's in play is that we all know what happened at the end of No Way Home. Peter basically has nobody. Aunt May is dead. Uncle Ben's been dead. And the memories of everybody on the, I think it's either the universe or something like that, they're erased and they don't know who the heck Peter Parker is. So he basically has no one, which means MJ and Ned, they're trying to figure out again who the heck is Spider-Man. It seems like they know who Spider-Man is. They just don't know that Peter is Spider-Man. So that'll be a great detail to see how they loop that in with the mutations that is going on with Peter. So it's looking like this movie is going to have a lot of integral battles or internal battles with Peter battling changes with his body, battling loss, because Aunt May recently passed in in No Way Home, battling that, and we'll see where he goes and how he conquers that. Now, the main thing, the big thing everybody's talking about is who the heck is the villain. Now, the Hand shows up in the trailer, Scorpion shows up in the trailer, but those aren't people to make a main big bad for a movie. The Hand, maybe. Scorpion, not so much at all. Apparently, I'm blanking on his name. Oh my God, bro. Tombstone. Apparently Tombstone is also in this movie. We don't get him in the trailer, so I guess they're trying to hide him for now, I don't know. But Tombstone is in this movie too. All right, voice over Jaden. I don't know how this would sound, so bear with me. Another thing, I'm talking about Tombstone right now. I think Tombstone might actually be like the main villain, to where he's hiring the Hand, or that still sounds very far-fetched. Maybe he's hiring Scorpion and these other people to go after Peter Parker for whatever reason, and Jean Grey is like, because I don't think they make Jean Grey the main villain at the end. What I do think is that at the end, they allow Jean Grey to give Ned and MJ their memory back. So I think that's how they eventually get their memory, or maybe they give the memory, maybe Jean gives the memory back to the whole country, universe, whatever. So think about that. There's a lot going on, like I said, but we kind of see that there's a silhouette person, and we know by the fit and that show in the trailer and by the set photos, we know that Sadie Sink is playing that character. Now, for the past couple months, it's been a thing on like, who the heck is Sadie playing? There are a lot of names being thrown out there, and the most popular theory now is that it happens to be none other than Jean Grey. Now, my thing is this: how the heck does Jean Grey interact in this movie? The way I'm kind of trying to compute it is I'm kind of already taking this as a fact. Just because Sadie Sink apparently has already signed on to do multiple movies. And my thing is, I don't think she signed on to do multiple movies if she wasn't a big player in this. Jean Grey, y'all know, probably the strongest mutant, one of the strongest mutants, Omega level mutant. So that'll be a big thing, especially going into Doomsday and Secret Wars. She'll be integral in that. But it seems like, for whatever reason, she's doing something to mess with the heads of people in New York, mainly Spider-Man. But the thing is, no one is supposed to know that Spider-Man or Peter Parker Spider-Man exists. Well, Peter Parker mainly. But she's messing with Peter too, it seems like. So it's like, is this Jean from another universe? Or like, is she from our universe? Or where the heck did she come from? So it's gonna be a lot to unpack and a lot to explore with that. One thing I wanna say is this, bro. Man, New York, y'all got it bad. But pray for New York, bro. I know the Knicks just won the NBA championship. But New York, y'all was just swallowed by the bull when Century was doing all that. I mean, dang. Now you got some weird person in the background doing some mind-washing stuff. Bro, I would not want to live in New York in the MCU. I don't know why anyone still lives there. Oh, I ain't forget. Daredevil and Kingpin was running around doing their thing. New York just got too much going on, bro. I don't know why people live in New York. I do want to get to my negatives, right? That was a lot of positives, which is good. I am very interested in seeing this movie. I got my tickets this morning. Even my manager was talking about the dang tickets dropping. And there was a wait queue on the Fandango app and Cinemark to get the tickets. And I still got some great tickets in Cinemark XD. So I thought that was a big deal. So people are itching to see what this new Spider-Man looks like. And more importantly, to see what the heck this MCU looks like. Because prior to this is like our first actual MCU movie with a big, well-known IP in a minute. The last one with a big IP was probably Captain America, but Steve Rogers wasn't in that movie. So it's like, was it really? And obviously y'all know the situation that happened with that. Before that, I just mentioned The Void. We had the freaking Thunderbolts movie, which I thought was amazing. And then we had Fantastic Four after that, or before, I can't remember, which I thought was good. But those movies are kind of like B-level. Like, people know the Fantastic Four, but nobody is checking for the Fantastic Four. And people didn't even know anything about the name Thunderbolts, but that movie got me excited just because they are they are the new Avengers now. So there's a lot to play with this movie. And I want to see where Marvel takes it, right? So we know even Tom, he came out and said he was scourging the internet to see like what the audience was looking for. Is the audience looking for a street level story? Are they liking this? Are they liking that? So they know we wanted this to be more of a street level movie, but how does it obviously tie in to Doomsday and Secret Wars? Because I honestly think Doomsday has lost its hype traction, all right? There's a lot of different movies that's coming out, especially this summer. You got Odyssey, Disclosure Day, which a lot of people didn't like Disclosure Day, but I liked it. Odyssey's finna drop, Supergirl drops the week after this week. So there's a lot going on. And then Doomsday comes at the end of the year this year. But it doesn't feel like it because we haven't had really much promotional stuff for it yet. You know, since like the chair thing, that was going popular. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The whole point is, how much do they tie in this movie to potential things in Doomsday? So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing now. All right. But yeah, man, the trailer dropped. I love seeing Hulk. That's another thing I didn't talk about. I love seeing Hulk. My thing is, bro, I love this Hulk, but I always imagined Hulk being a little bigger. Hulk, like the MCU Hulk looks like he about 9 feet, 10 feet tall. Probably shorter than that. When he's standing against Spider-Man and he does the clap, he's looking a little short. I like my Hulk big, pause, all right? But, another bad thing was the CGI in that trailer. The swinging scenes especially, sometimes the CGI looks really, really bad to me. So it's still early. They got a month. You know how Marvel does. They like to touch up on things on the graphics, on the CGI. So let's see what it looks like when the movie actually drops. But I'm a little questionable about that, especially when they were making a big thing that they're going back to using a practical swing in this, that, and the third. But let's see. But yeah, bro, that's all I got for y'all, man. Look out for the movie. Get your tickets if you haven't already. But yeah, if you love the video, like the video. If you don't love the video, share the video. I'm on the road too. 600 subscribers. I appreciate if you like my content, share my content. Without further ado, I'm out. Peace.
No, I do not panic. So I swing landing.